What's up, y'all? Little shipping on a Tuesday, random shipping in the middle of the day Tuesday. I never do this, but how's it going? How's it? Shipping a decent amount of stuff off. Actually, last time we shipped was 26 hours ago and sold like 18 maybe on eBay, 4 on Poshmark, 2 on Mercari, 0 on Depop. Welcome in. Probably watching this later. We'll get this done. Update. Poshmark. Was it Sunday? I got a warning for delisting my items, and then one day later, yesterday, I got a suspension of minimum of 7 days on listing new items. Good morning, Andrew, Juliet. Good morning, Jens, Judith. Thanks for popping in. Good afternoon. Yeah, so as of yesterday, I am suspended for a minimum of 7 days of listing new items. Over on Nifty, I showed you, I think, yesterday morning that I turned off my recreates on Poshmark, which is no big deal as long as I'm sharing and sending out offers. It's really all I care about. But they suspended me already. I emailed them, and hopefully they'll get back to me. I'm just emailed them like, listen, all I did is delist items that sold on other platforms. I don't understand what the issue is. Your policy says I can do that. We'll hear what they say. But you guys know me. I don't care. Pushed through it. I got kicked off Depop before for some random reason. Got back on Depop. Mercari, they held my money for some random reason for 4 weeks. Got back on Mercari, no problem. Poshmark, it's going to be no problem. Still selling stuff over there. Sold 4 stuff yesterday. Between yesterday and today, 36, 25, 26, 15. Sold $100 worth of stuff, even while I'm suspended. Good afternoon, Greg, Mary. Nifty is working on a fix for that, I'm pretty sure. Sucks you got suspended for, though. Yeah, no big deal. No, like I said, you're not going to see drama stuff out of me for the most part. I don't really care. And plus, Bearded's coming down to go on a date with me tomorrow. So we're going on an all-day date, 9 to 9 thrift day. It's like our favorite thing. Wolves and 6 starting tonight. I think so too. I think the Timberwolves are going to win that series. I'm with you. I don't know how many games, but I think it's going to happen. What's up, Sophia? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's do some packing. Let's learn some things. Talk about some items. Definitely probably some new brands here to you. Also some brands that I normally don't pick up, but I did, and they sold pretty quickly. So we can go over those as well. My dog's got a bone. Hopefully that takes care of her for a little bit. Get angry, Brad. Karen time. I know. You don't see me. The only time I get angry is if I'm called a liar. Donald Ross. You guys get that brand? I normally pass on this brand, but there were a whole bunch, not a whole bunch, like 3 or 4 in good condition right next to each other. This just has a crazy print all over it. It has a little golf course thing. But these are expensive retail, but they just don't resell well. I thought, you know what? Let me give it another shot. And I did. And this sold within a couple weeks for $18.99. Do I pick up all Donald Ross? No. But crazy pattern ones, I do. I will now. I will. So 5 into $18.99. And if you're new to my channel, eBay, I have buyers pay shipping on every single platform. Every single platform. And I'll tell you if it's a Nifty sale, which is my automation service and my cross lister, or if it's a promoted listing sale, as you guys know. When cross listing, do you keep the same price between platforms? Good question. I actually get that question often, which is totally fine. So the question is, when I cross list over on Nifty, which I actually put in, hopefully you can see it in the description or in the title, I put the free trial and the discount off your first month. This is what I use for my cross lister. Nifty is the best one out there. Analytics, dashboard, all that stuff. You can see when I cross list, I do not change the price. I just boom, boom, boom. I cross list the items one right after another. I'll import some so you can see what I do, but you can see I don't. So on eBay, what I'm doing is 13% is what they take. That's their commission. And then I'm promoting at 9%. So sometimes they take 13%, Sometimes they take 22%, depending on if it sells promoted or not. So Poshmark always takes 20%. So I'm fine just leaving it as is the whole way through. On Depop, I'm actually boosting that too. But let me sync in my new inventory and I'll show you just what I do. Now, obviously, I can't cross list over on Poshmark right now, but I'm still making sales. Is the total profit on Nifty the amount you made after cost of goods or ad fees? So on Nifty, talking about analytics, let me go over there. So I have to enter in some of the information, but so Autoposh or Nifty will take in your items that sell. For example, you'll see me packing this Under Armour long sleeve. It says the sale price, how much Autoposh took, or not Autoposh, but Poshmark took for their fee, and then you can put in your cost of goods. Yeah. So that's what you do. That's what I do. And then any other expenses. So I just basically put in my cost of goods for all these. But yeah, on eBay, if it was a promoted listing, it even AI detects that and brings in that it was promoted. So eBay on this Harley-Davidson, it sold for 15, the shipping cost, and then the deduction for my 13%, and then an extra 9%. So that's what happened there. And yeah, don't at me with that Harley shirt. Harley shirts barely sell, but I get them for $1.99, $2.99 actually. Went to the Indy 500. I saw Nathan. Went to the Indy 500. We're going to the race on Sunday. Cannot wait. Weather looks good. Weather nasty right now. Listen to you. I pack and take pictures of lists. Working on Nintendo Wii right now. Rolling with Stones. Let's go. Nintendo Wii. Those things sell. Video games sell so well. That's exactly what I do. I always hope someone's live when I'm taking my photos so I can just listen in the background. A live thrift in the afternoon. I know. No live thrift. No live thrift. How do you sell small polo? My small polo, if you're talking about size small, they just sell. They sell for me. I don't know. I list them like any others. They sell for me. Still waiting to cross list over to Etsy. Yeah, I would just message Nifty and see when they plan to do that. I don't have Etsy. I don't know if I'm going to cross list over there. So no biggie for me. But something that's like I wouldn't normally list in cross list. I did sell a duffel bag on Poshmark. How about that? So you did get suspended. That's so stupid. What's going on? I don't know. It's automated. I reread the email and they said, if we detect, you'll get an automated warning, and then you could get an automated suspension. So it's automated. Just like when I first started Poshmark and I started cross-listing, they stopped my account because they thought I was a bot. I emailed them and they said, oh, no problem. We'll reinstate your account. So I think it's just automated from them. Any boxes today, Amy? Yes, I do. Just for you, so you better stay around. I meant a small pony. How do I sell a small pony? I'm not sure. Like, how do I sell it? I just list it. I don't know how to answer that one. Okay, so we got that Donald Ross done. Here's what I just showed you on Nifty was the Harley-Davidson. It's a 5XL shirt. I'll only pick these up either for $1.99 or $2.99, and they have to be a quick seller. So this sold for $15 via promoted listing. And we know that here, and we know that going over to Nifty on the analytics. Can you tell me how I get people to come to my store that I just opened? Christine, so if you just opened a store on eBay, in my opinion, a store is not really going to attract people like a storefront. A store is going to be more like you're able to run sales for all your items. You're going to get discounts on some shipping supplies. That's kind of what a store is for on eBay. People on eBay, it's more of a search engine. They look for a specific item and then they'll browse for that item. They don't necessarily go into someone's store and look around like a Depop would, maybe even a Poshmark would. So how do I get more people to look at my items? I promote my items. I delist and recreate my items using Nifty. I send out offers on Nifty. Those are how I get my items moving. Poshmark has been getting annoyed with people automated their platform and stuff. but it's so tedious otherwise. They might be annoyed with it. But as a business, if I were a business owner, if people were getting more sales doing that, that means I'm making more commission, which means I'm making more money for my business and my shareholders if they're public. And that's what matters the most. So I'm not sure why there would be a problem. How many items should I list a day? That is completely up to you. I don't worry too much about items list a day because Nifty delists and recreates my items for me. But before I had that, I tried to list every day. Right now, I'm trying to list at least 15 items a day, and I've been pretty consistent with that. I think that's why I'm having a good amount of sales every day, right? House is almost clean. Feels good. Let's go. See? Just get to work, right? We get to work. FootJoy. FootJoy. I normally don't pick up a striped FootJoy polo, but this is Pinehurst. Again, get to know your PGA golf courses. Pinehurst right there. It's got a little boy chipping or putting. That's a good golf course. This sold for $22.99 full asking price. Paid $5 for it. You're welcome. Any advice for hiring help for listing? Every once in a while, I want to get more drafts. So I haven't hired help, but I've almost a few times. And the way I would do it is, for me, I would hire someone in high school that's off for the summer, or like a college student that's off for the summer near me. And the way I would do it is, because I'm a money-driven person, I would do $1 per item pictured. So if this pair of Peter Millar shorts, I'll give them $1 if they take pictures of this item. So if it takes them 2 minutes to take a picture of this item, that's $1 every 2 minutes for every item. If they can do it in 30 seconds, which if you work really hard, you can bust that out. So they can make anywhere from, $10 or $8 an hour up to $30 an hour. I mean, depending. So that's what I would do. That's how I would do it. Basically, that also, if it's a teenager or someone young, like, hey, if you're on your phone or whatever, that's going to hurt your own pay. So, yeah. I don't know why they're doing it. Anything they should do should include own sharing automation tool. Oh, yeah. If anything, they should do their own for sure. Mercari tried some different things. You're just going to find out, like, these platforms. And if you don't try things new, you're never going to know. Mercari tried to pass the fees on to the buyer. That didn't work out. They changed it back over. So it just, whatever. Just roll with the flow. We surf. We just ride the waves, however they give them to us. Howdy, all you cool kids. What's up, crazy angry otter? What's up, John Mazda? I had a buyer buy something. Let's highlight that. But it was damaged, so refunded them, and they want proof now it was damaged. Blocked. Boom, for sure. Blocked. Yep, I actually had to block somebody today. I have a pair of jeans, and they're splatter painted, and the person literally said, is there a stain on the back of the jeans? I said, yes, they are come out the factory that way. They're stained and splatter painted. They say, well, what color are what color is the paint and the stains? So I took a zoomed in shot of where it had all the colors, and I sent him a picture. He said, sir, I don't see the colors. Can you tell me the colors? Block. I don't have time for that. Because if I'm going to say they're pink and blue, you're going to get it and say they're teal and purple. So I don't got time for that. I list 20, 30 items a day and get 4 sales. You think my eBay is trash? I don't know. I haven't looked at your eBay, but you list 20 to 30 items a day. You should be selling, you get 4 sales a day of the 20 to 30. I don't know how many items you have for sale, but if you have 1,000 items and you're listing 20 to 30 a day, I would imagine you should be able to sell at least 10 to 20 items a day. Just good items, good prices. Good afternoon. What's up, Dora? On break with jury duty. Hopefully it's an interesting case. Agreed. Thinking the same. Pay well and get it done. Yep. Pay well and have them get it done. $1 per item. Even if you want to do $2 per item, you can, but $1 per item, that means like they got to be motivated by money. Listen, I would show them, I would take the time and show them, like, I'll pay you hourly while I show you a couple hours hourly. And this is how quickly I can take a picture. And this is how I want to take the photos. Here you go. You can do it just as quickly. Trust me. And if I can do it, you can do it, especially if it's like someone with a good eye. Yeah. Found a purple label. How do I know if it's real? Julia, it's probably real. I've never seen fake purple label, but it's probably real. Most purple, like I said, I've never found a fake purple label. So I would guess it'd be real. Caught alive. What's up, Heather? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, different time. What item are you looking to learn more about? For me, think jeans, shoes, women's apparel at some point. Yeah, so Michelle actually posted over on, you're on Facebook, posted on Facebook that I sold a dress. So I tried J. Jill. It was a J. Jill linen dress XL, and it sold within just a couple days. So I'm always on the fence. I have a ton of women's clothing upstairs. I'm like, do I just throw it all on Whatnot and get rid of it? Or do I try listing it? Because I got $25 for this. I bet I get 12 for that on, 10 for that on Whatnot maybe. So yeah, I'm always trying to learn new. Always learning new. Today I picked up a kids Trek bike for $10. For $10. I'm going to probably just list it for $50 because it will sell in a day for $50. So I'm always picking up different things. I have a duffel bag here we're going to pack in a minute. Yeah. I like to learn a little bit about everything. I kind of got that from doing estate sales. Good afternoon. What's up, Buckies? What's up, Buckies? Homie, don't play that. Homie, don't play that. Over 600 listings. Okay. So you should be selling about 10 items a day for listing 30 or more. You just got to list good items. I know it sounds redundant or whatever, but this is really the truth. What's in demand? What's in demand, and is it priced right? I have an eBay question. Sure. eBay took away my right to promote due to 2 returns, I guess. When will I be able to promote again? I don't know the answer to that question. I'm not a know-it-all. So I won't pretend to be. I don't know the answer to that question. I would call eBay customer service or message them. But yeah, I don't know. I've had plenty of returns. I don't know. I can talk about it. It's done. Doozy of a case. There you go. All right. Next item is a pair of Peter Millar golf shorts. Now, these are the performance kind, and I took a chance on buying these. I always look for T and ball marks on the legs, usually on the right side. They're always T, and this one did. This one had some T marks. You can see the little black marks, people wiping off like their T from when they go golfing. I still bought them because these are a hot seller for $3.99, and I priced them at $19.99, and they sold promoted listing. So instead of passing those up, I still made a little bit of money. Let's make sure it's going to the right person. Durkin, that's it. I wonder if they call him Dirk. Durkin Kathy. Durkin Kathy. Thanks, Durkin Kathy. Sold a new tag Elliot Tahara dress for $150 while on vacation mode. Dresses have money in them. I hate looking through them in section. Andrew, I hate looking through the women's dresses. That's like my least favorite. But there is a lot of money to be made there. And all of our dresses are priced the same at $7.99. If there's a new cart that comes out, I'll look. Like I got a Lily Pulitzer dress the other day. And I got that brand new Farm Rio the other day. But yeah, I knew, oh my gosh. I would have never picked that brand up. I see that brand all the time. But new with tags. That's it. That's what did it. Surf's got a lot of women's clothing upstairs. You know it. Mine or my wife's? We share. Another Peter Millar. This is just a polo. Peter Millar polo. This one sold for. It has a little hit there, so I had to price it down. $21.99 via promoted listing. So, Java, if you're not promoting and you're not selling a lot, maybe think about promoting because the last few sales have been promoted. If you can afford to put it in your buy cost or price your items a little bit more to compensate, something to think about. I talk about promoted listings as much as Nifty now. It's because they've both been helping me a ton. I need to tell eBay, hey, you need to pay me to talk about promoting because it's probably making you guys more money. Use Nifty listing creator to create the listing on those women items that you aren't familiar with. Saves me so much time. Okay, I will do that, Brian. I will do that. Yeah, what I've been doing is taking Google Lens pictures of my picture that I took, and it finds the item, but that's not a bad idea either. Yeah. Value add every month of trying getting more sales. Just keep going. Eventually it will go away. Yeah, for sure. Oh, about the promoting. Yeah, you got to get more sales. You got to get that return rate down. If you sell more items, your metrics for return rate will go smaller and smaller and smaller, right? Mine is high right now. It's at a 5% return rate. Highest I've seen it in a while. Is it true that Indiana's entire college basketball team left? I think so. See, I'm a Purdue guy. So Purdue don't like IU. Purdue's good. But yeah, IU just been a cluster. Everyone's living in the Bobby Knight days. This sold within a day. Polo Ralph Lauren, featherweight twill shirt. There's no pony on it. It just has the chest pockets. A lot of people don't pick up Polo Ralph Lauren unless it has the pony, if it's just a button-up shirt like this. But it had the chest pockets. It sold within a day for $25. $25. What percent do I promote my listings? Good question. I promote at 9% on eBay, and then I boost my listings on Depop, and I think they do 8%. Thought my new attack FootJoy pullover would sell ASAP. Not. What's the price you have it? I mean, I don't know what it is, but check the price again. Sometimes, yeah, either you just have to wait or price lower. If you missed my live on Monday, where were you? I'm just kidding. May want to think about doing this is for everybody. May want to think about doing a Memorial Day sale. If you have an eBay store, something to think about. I'm thinking about people are going to probably be around pools and things like that and thinking like, hey, I want a new pair of swim trunks or maybe some golf clothing. Half the stuff in the women's section barely even looks like clothing. When I'm in the men's section, yeah, I know. Women's section, is it top? Is it a tunic? I don't know. I don't know, right? I don't know either. Oh, I got you. You're responding to the guy. Summer slowdown kills. I sell like 1 to 2 items a day, but I have more inventory now than before. Yes. So for me, summer slowdown hasn't hit yet. And again, the way I combat it every year now is I list on-season items. Just because I have that much inventory and I can get that much inventory, but there is a summer slowdown, and it will happen. It's just part of the game. So you're going to make it's that way with a lot of retail businesses. You make most of your money Q4, Q3, beginning of Q1. You make a lot of your money. The end of Q2 is usually a slow time, beginning of Q3, just in general with retail. Found some Untucked new tags, 511 Apex shorts today. There you go. Untucked new tags you cannot lose. And 511 tactical Apex shorts are good today. Can we all see you iron something so wrinkly? No. I'm trying to find a video of you ironing. I keep seeing that. You get so many hate comments for it. This is super wrinkled. Look at that wrinkly. We just sell the really good items like this Polo Ralph Lauren with the big pony USA because Polo Ralph Lauren's the best. And I just fold it up like a burrito and put it in a bag. For $32. Sold via promoted listing. I paid $5. Solid white button-up's been super well for me too. So yeah, solid white is always good. In fact, speaking of K-Way being in here, I never picked up Brooks Brothers solid white shirts until I followed him. And I started picking those up. If they're in good condition, especially bigger sizes, solid white sells. So solid white sells in any good brand. You just have to double check and overlook for stains, especially like neck stains, pit stains, and tum-tum stains. All those. I found a Ralph Lauren women's hoodie, but it is made like a towel material. Do you think it's good? So terry cloth. So it's a terry cloth material. It's a women's Ralph Lauren. Women's Ralph Lauren has to be kind of special for me to pick it up. So I would type in terry cloth, Ralph Lauren, and see what pops up. Those 511 strike pants have 100% sell you. Yeah, Cookie. What's up, Cookie? Yes, I love 511 strike. And you'll look up the code on 511. It's on the inside pocket. It's 5 numbers. It usually starts with a 7. You'll look it up. It'll say 511 strike. They usually have a rip stop, and everything. Those are good. This one sold via promoted listing too. This is a Vineyard Vines on the go Vineyard Vines. So this is their performance. It sold for $20.70. So not only was it promoted, it was also a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out an offer and someone bought it. Hello from work. What's up, Tam? Tam, I've given you credit the last few days about my lights. Have you ever heard of the brand? Yes. That is a really good brand for golf. They do sell it at TJ Maxx and Marshall's now, but I would still pick it up if I see it at the thrift. I do not see it very often. Good brand to be on the lookout for. Again, comes down to your buy cost too, with everything. Just got my first wrinkled comment. Brand new J. Hilberg pants, Estrada fabric. Someone thought they were old and used the tag. And the use tags in the photo. So did you sell it to them and they got it and they were mad about the wrinkles? If that's the case, Brittany, you just be like, I apologize. You know, I sent them just how they were in the pictures, something like that. But yeah. There you go, Cam, for you. I have an eBay store. It's a way to put everything on sale instead of individually. Yeah. So if you have an eBay store and you want to run a sale, you'll go to your eBay. Let's walk through it real quick. So you go to your eBay, go to your sell, and then you're going to go to probably marketing. Marketing. And then over here, usually it's a create a discount, and you're going to go over to sale event. So then you can do how much, like, percentage off each item, or you can do an amount off each item. Usually, you know, it just depends on what you want to do. 20%, 10%, whatever. And then you can decide how long you want to run the sale. And then you can decide what you want to be in the sale. If you want to add items, you can add every single item in your store. How do I do that? Select all. There you go. Items found, 110. Or you can just do individual. You can do by category. I forgot to do. I haven't done it in a while, but there you go. Categories. So if you want to do just like a women's category, you can do just your women's. And so there's all my women's stuff right there. So let's run a sale. I'm gonna whoops, I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna add those. That's not what I want. Remove all. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna go to category, women's, select all. So 102 selected, add items to my sale. I'm gonna do 20% off. And then I'm going to start it today, and I'm going to end it. I'll end it the 1st. So this will be like a Memorial Day sale. Sale name, Memorial Day sale. And then I'll launch it. So here it is. So now my sale's running. And all my women's clothing are now on sale for Memorial Day. That's how you do that. So hopefully that helped out. There's a dog behind me now. What's up, Troy? Let me make sure. Love the lights. Thank you. Yep. Back to the courtroom. Thank you. Hold on. What are you doing? Get out of here. Gosh, 1-year-old dogs are bad. Yeah, that can happen too. Yeah, only find those at Plato's. Finally made it to your live. What's up, Emilio? I currently doing 10% off, $50 or plus. There you go. Yeah, so you can change your price too. Apologies if it's been asked. You can ask as many questions as you want. Do you really relist every 30 days? What would you suggest for a new seller with 20-ish items? Also, when it comes to offers, do you have any tips? Okay, so if I don't recommend Nifty to you, once you get to 100, 115 and you're listing like every day, you get Nifty and it relists your items every 30 days. But if you only have 20-ish items, I would just focus on keep on getting good items and listing them and they'll sell. You can send out offers manually on those items. You get that thing up and running. Get it up and running. I do iron certain things. I'm partial to my packing. I use tissue paper, etc. Fold neatly. I don't roll them up like a burrito. Hey, Fred, you have way better customer service as far as packing and show than I do. No doubt. No doubt. I just, I'm just get it there, get it done. Got it. Way to go. Yes, there we go. Okay. Next item is a Johnny O, also sold via promoted listing. So speaking of promoted, this is the guy who got me started promoting at 9%. So Ethan, I think he did at least $250,000 of sales last year between eBay and Poshmark. And he promotes his whole store on eBay at 10%. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing. I'm like, shoot, if I want to get more sales, maybe I should do that. So he's the reason why I do 9% now. I didn't want to do 10. 10 just, 10 sounds so much bigger and older and everything. Like if you have a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old, so much bigger. This is a Johnny O. This sold for, $21.99 via promoted listing. So thanks to Ethan, that's why I promote. And I think the last 4 or 5 items were promoted sales. 20% off is a great sale. Yeah. So women's clothing. I honestly, if Nifty had whatnot, I would cross list all my women's clothing and just sell them all. Sell all my women's clothing. And then maybe do a series of starting women's from fresh. Maybe I will just sell all my women's clothing for I'll just put a big sale on it. I don't know. Who knows? This is a brand you probably have never heard of. Just got a sale. Let's go. See, you watch, we get a sale. You watch to get a sale. My daily coupon is already set up for tomorrow, and my weekend sale is already set up. Starts Thursday. I do a sale every weekend. There you go. Look, you just got a sale. Yeah, there you go. So that's something to think about too. You can do a sale every weekend. Question, I see that eBay, you can do vacation mode, but I don't think I was able to find the option on Mercari. I believe I found it on Poshmark, and then it wouldn't sell anything. Yes. So correct. On eBay, you can do 2 things. You can go on vacation and still sell your items, and it will tell the buyer when you return so they can expect the item after that date. Or you can put your store on ghost mode where no one can see it and nothing would sell. That's eBay. I always do the first one because I'm only gone for a week. Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, you have to just turn your store off. So no one can buy anything on your store in vacation mode on those platforms. And again, if you're new here, I do 1 to 3 day shipping on eBay and then the same for the other 3. So if I go on a week's long vacation, let's say Saturday to Saturday or Saturday to Sunday, I'll turn my vacation mode off on Thursday of that week. I leave Saturday. I'll turn my vacation mode off Thursday so I get regular sales Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then ship on that Monday. 10 feels like a lot some days. I know. You should try 9, Ethan. Just saying. Just kidding. This right here, Maverick, made in the USA. I mean, any denim made in the USA, especially Western, it's a good chance you're going to sell for decent money. This was $5.99. It sold for $43.20. Again, another Nifty sale. Nifty sent out an offer. Someone took it. So if it's not promoted, it's Nifty making my sales. One or the other. So people ask me, how do you make more sales? That's how I do it. Felix, just listing on Poshmark, such a great platform to list and sell. Felix is laughing right now and smiling. I know he is. I know what his laugh and smile looks like because I've been with him before. Look at Felix. What a punk. What a punk. Throwing it in my face that I can't list on Poshmark. You know what, Felix? You can pack up my 4 sales with me here in a little bit because I'm still selling on Poshmark too. And half the time, I don't even cross-list my items until about a week. Foo. So we'll see. When is Etsy on Nifty? It's on Nifty, but you can't cross-list yet. So I don't know. I feel like they're like in the stages of it. In the stages of it. So this is that jacket, $5.99, sold for $43.20. You know what? I hope I got an email. I'm going to check my email right now, and I'm going to see if I got an email back saying, your Surf's Up fines, we're so sorry for that. That was our automation system. We reinstated your account. You're a good boy. That's what I'm hoping the email says. Nike cutoff shorts, $12. Had to answer counter offer. Phone wouldn't let me reply. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm going on vacation for Wednesday to Sunday, should I just turn my store off for a day or take a chance? I have 1 to 3 days shipping like me. I'm unworried about any platform except eBay. Okay, so Brittany, honestly, what I would do is go on vacation mode for just a day. So if you're leaving Wednesday, I would turn your vacation mode on and then off on Thursday. That's what I would do personally. Because, yeah, if you get a couple sales on eBay and they're late shipping or whatever, eBay is just really strict with that stuff. That's what I would do. Yeah. Will you cross-list all your used clothing on Etsy? No. eBay or Nifty. No, I won't. Just maybe some of my vintage stuff. So here's Nifty. See, it has Etsy here. I don't have Etsy yet. I haven't made a store. So you can connect it, but I don't know if you can cross-list or anything yet. And then I imported, 18 items. So, yeah, I can't cross-list over to Poshmark. Thanks, Felix. But I can cross-list over to, like, Depop or Mercari still. So I'll do that later today. Freaking Poshmark. What a punk. At least I can still make sales over there. That's what matters the most. That's what matters the most. All right. Next item is a pair of Lululemon shorts. Black shorts sell. And they actually don't go on sale. If you go on Lululemon's website and go on We Made Too Much, you'll never find black shorts on sale. And if you go to the store, they'll tell you that too, because they're the most popular bought. So they sell well secondary market. These sold for $22.99. While I have a pair of yellow ones sitting here at $20, I've had them for like a week. You should promote at 10.2 and see if it makes a difference. Amy Lynn, listen, it took me a minute to get to 9. Like, I couldn't sleep at night when I went to 9. If I'm having trouble selling stuff here soon, I might go to 10.2. But boy, I don't know if I can sleep at night doing that. Are you going to open eBay? Am I going to eBay open? I think I might. I might, Oliver. I think I might. Got a nice Brooks Brothers red fleece jacket for $5. Let's go. Yeah, you can't lose for $5. There's just certain buy costs you can't lose. I'm going to put out a video. I went to a church sale. I bought 10 items for $10. Some of them I wouldn't buy, but for $1 a piece, you just can't lose. Polo Ralph Lauren sold via promoted listing. This is a gingham check. Gingham check short sleeve 3XB with a small pony. This sold for $24.99. Do you also find a bunch of metal vent text at the thrift? Most people just assume it's a basic shirt because it's no tag. Easy 3 into 25 for me. Agree, Cam. On Monday, we packed an orange one. I sold an orange one over the weekend. This is a metal tech shirt. So it looks like a normal t-shirt, but you'll see the 3 little things right there. And then a lot of time you'll see the little Lululemon tag right here at the bottom. Yeah, it looks like a normal t-shirt. Most people pass up on them. You're correct. Make sure that's going to Gregory. It is. Decent amount of sales for a day. I'm kind of happy with that. Next item is a blazer. Brooks Brothers blazer. Again, it has that Rita fabric. So it's a good fabric, like a Laurel Piana or Saxon wool. This one's Rita. You'll see these in like Brooks Brothers and some other brands. Brooks Brothers blazer. This sold. I took a best offer of $42 for this blazer. Let me see. That is a little fuzz. What I do with blazers, fold it in, roll it up like a burrito, and I put it in a padded flat rate envelope like this. Padded flat rate envelope. So it doesn't get hurt. I've never had an issue with blazers getting hurt by doing that. Boop. Why no Poshmark? Tam, they suspended me from listing new items. So I can't list new items on Poshmark right now. They automatically suspended me. So I emailed them. Hopefully they'll come back and say, sorry for doing that. But 7-day suspension. So just to tell you guys too, what I did on Nifty, I went over to my dashboard and I went to update my settings, and then relist unsold items, I just turned it off. I turned off my relist items because it delist and relist, and I got in trouble for delisting. So I just turned this off. So I'm not relisting or delisting. I'm sharing and I'm sending out offers. So that's what, if you have Nifty, I would probably recommend doing that for now. Gotcha. Thanks. You're welcome. Like I said yesterday, they should realize that you're cross-listing and selling on other platforms. Yeah, they probably do. Don't shame his burrito folding. He inspired me to get a Mexican one day, a week after watching his live. Yeah, jeez. If it wasn't for me, Cookie would not have gotten Mexican that day, and that Mexican put a smile on the face of Cookie because it does that. Mexican food's so good. And I had also put some stuff on the outskirts of my stomach, not just in my stomach. I gain weight eating Mexican food, but you know, it is what it is. Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. I put this on my Facebook and Instagram today. This shirt, I took a best offer for $80. I think I had it listed for $120 or something. Took a best offer of $80. It's a rayon Polo Ralph Lauren silk shirt. $80. Thank you. I found some pairs of shiny shorts today. Did you? We talked about those yesterday on live. Oh my gosh. I looked today. I'm going to look tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going thrifting all day long with Bearded, 9 to 9. So there's a good chance I'm going to find some. And Matt Guy and I, we don't mess around. I think our record's 17 thrift stores. And we usually hit that. 17 from 9 to 9. Tickets for eBay Open dropped yesterday. Got mine. Hope to see you there. Oh, let's go. Oliver yeah, eBay Open tickets dropped. So it's in Vegas this year. For those of you who are newer or haven't been around, it used to be in Vegas every year. And then I think about pandemic time, they started doing virtual, but it was in Vegas every year. I always wanted to go, but I couldn't because it conflicted with teaching. And with teaching, you don't get many days off. You get like a couple days off a year because you're only teaching 181 days. But yeah, eBay Open in Vegas. Let's go. Why not 9.2? Amy. You want me to do 9.2? Let me get my women's sales going to get me some sales, and then maybe I'll do 9.2. Found a Ralph Lauren seersucker blue stripe short sleeve large. What price should I post it at? Ralph Lauren seersucker blue short sleeve, $22.99, $23.99. That's where I'm at. Cooking on my sales today. I'm telling you, Ethan, my sales have been on. So I could cry about Poshmark and all that stuff. Nah. Honestly, it just motivates me to list more on eBay or wherever. And that's where I get most of my sales. This is an Indianapolis 500 pit crew shirt. Indianapolis 500's in this weekend. So this stuff sells really quick, especially this time of year. Sold for $21.99. Something I'm going to get local that you guys probably wouldn't get. That shirt was awesome. That Polo Ralph Lauren. I know, wasn't it? distant relative. No, I don't know a Grant. I don't know a Grant. Field status. The fields are closed. No soccer. No soccer tonight, Ethan. It's raining. It's pouring. Some old man snoring. Question. I have an eBay buyer who messaged me saying his address is wrong and then wants me to change it. Not allowed, right? Do I need to cancel it and ask him to repurchase? Lucky. Good question. So that's what I do. If someone buys an item from me and before I ship it, they ask me, hey, can you actually ship it to this address? And I reply with, I only ship to the address provided by eBay. I will cancel the sale. And when you cancel the sale, it's because of their address. There'll be an option for that. And I'll say, I'm going to cancel the sale. I'll relist it. You can put your new address in and I'll send it to whatever address you provide through eBay. That's what I do. That's what I do. Next item. Ooh, a jacket. What? A jacket, LL Bean women's jacket. And this sold for $25.20. So this is another Nifty sale. I always want to say auto posture. Nifty sale right here. $25.20. By the way, I need to order more eBay supplies. I haven't done my quarterly coupon. You guys done your quarterly coupon yet? Send me some rain here. We haven't had any in like 3 weeks. What? It's that good time of year. Keep that rain away, Ethan, because that cruise I'm going on, I don't want it raining. I know rainy season starts like June in Florida. We're going the first week of June. So keep that rain away. Keep it away. That jacket cost me, it was $5.99 or $7.99. Next item is a pair of men's, you guys know, Under Armour Match Play shorts. I sell these for $19.99 all day, every day. All day, every day. Thank you. You're welcome, Lucky. You're welcome, Lucky. Bro, what's up, Coffee? Found 2006 Dazzle shorts, new with tags yesterday. Right now, right down the aisle, Patagonia Chinchilla, all during a lunch break. Great live as usual. Hey, there we go. Are you talking about the shorts we were talking about yesterday during live? See? We listen and we learn. I learn from you guys too, but that's good. With the chinchilla, see? It's a lunch break. This doesn't have to be a full time. I was listening to K-Way earlier today when he was live while I was driving around, and someone mentioned in their live that they're going back to a full-time job or whatever. It is what it is. Like, I loved my job. I made a ton of money doing this on the side, and then I didn't like my job, so I quit, and I'm doing this full-time. And I like what I'm doing here. And there might be a time where something else comes across where I'm like, oh, I would like to do that. But I will always resell. There's no time I won't resell. I absolutely love it. I love the hunt. I love making the money. I just love reselling. Even if I won the lottery, that's probably what I would do on the side. I always update the buyer's address upon request. Never had a problem. There you go. So you can do that too. So Rolling Stones just updates the buyer's address upon their request. So you can do that too. And you can do that right in your eBay labels. I've done it in the past. Many send it to different address requests from buyers are actually scammers who hacked an account, charge stuff, and then get sent to the account. Yeah, that's kind of why I don't do it anymore. I like what Rolling Stones said. I used to do that, but not anymore. I don't do it. Anymore, I don't do it. Are you going to see Kayla and Wayne's family? I have seen them. I have hung out with them and Ethan, but no plans right now. I know they're like busy moving. Oh, when I go to Florida, no. We're flying into Miami and then cruising out of Miami. So no time for hanging when we go to Florida. This is a Shell Yeah, man. Life is good. New with tag shirt. $2.99 for my t-shirts where I live. I sold this on Mercari for $15. So $15 on Mercari. 2 Mercari sales. I'm telling you, the other week, I had 3 weeks with no Mercari sales, and then I've had a Mercari sale just about every day since. So if you feel like I'm not going to cross-list anymore over to these other platforms, give it a little time. Give it a little time to come back around. A sale here and there is better than none. That was sold for 15, and then this next item sold for 58 on Mercari. Hey, what's up, Jay Boogie? All right, next item. RLX. I know. It's new with tags. Lucky me in the thrift. But hey, you just found a Patagonia chinchilla. That's probably worth more. New with tags. RLX. It's just a jacket, but it's a small, I think. Is it a small? It's a large. It's a large. Yeah, I guess it's a large. Large RLX jacket sold for $58 on Mercari. So this will go out in an eBay bag, even though it's sold on Mercari. Actually, no. I have bags that can fit in. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I have a black bag that can fit in. Bigger black bag. There we go. This is my tote, by the way, guys. This is where I have all my shipping, like my bags, all my envelopes. Just keep it right here. It's so easy. I know we all have our shipping stations and stuff, but it's easy for me when I talk to you guys. So this is a little bit heavier. And for whatever reason, Mercari's like, you're going to send this out via UPS. So this is going out UPS. Got to make sure I remember that. Put it to the side. Here's a cool item I don't normally sell, everybody, but that's why we go in the thrift store. If we're having trouble finding an item, we look around the whole thrift store and we see what we think could be worth money. And we do the whole process over again, like bags. All right, let me learn some bags. Here's a Ping bag. I know Ping's a great golf brand to be on the lookout for. This is a Ping duffel bag. This sold, I just listed it over the weekend, and it already sold for $36. $36. And I guarantee this was probably $4.99. So a Ping golf bag, I'm going to put it in a priority box after I put it in a bag. And it can go out in whatever priority box because it's on Poshmark, which is great. Fred, so here, yeah, this is the box. Especially on Poshmark, you can ship it in priority boxes because everything goes out priority on Poshmark. But yeah, I ship in boxes. If an item needs to be in a box, I'll ship in a box. But everything I've sold today or gone over today are all bagged type of items. So this will go in a box. 3-inch tape because it's the best. And put the label on it. Done and done. Priority. So maybe look at the bag section. If you don't find anything at a certain thrift store, that's sold, like I said, for $36. And then proud of myself, again, pat on my back for myself. I sold a women's J. Jill dress, linen. Gave it a shot. Paisley, all that sort of stuff. Sold for J. Jill $25. This was $7.99. So $7.99 into $25 on Poshmark, which is about what I like to do with jeans, like bread and butter jeans. $7.99 is what they cost me. If I can sell them for $22 to $27, it's like a bread and butter jeans sale for me. Boop boop. Good. Put that there. So J. Jill. I don't know if all J. Jill sells, but when there's a good material, I'm going to start looking it up. Like this, linen. I'm going to look it up. I showed you this earlier with the Nifty. This is a Under Armour fish, like a fishing just shirt. This was $5. I've had this for a little while, so when someone made me an offer, I just took it for $15. So $15 on Poshmark. I just took it. Shipping it out in a padded flat rate. Again, just order these, have them sent to your house for free. These are my very favorite envelopes to ship in. The adhesive is really good. It's got a little bit of padding. They're my favorite by far. I sell everything that I can make some money on. Auto parts to clothing to healthcare. Love my eBay. There you go, Lisha. I honestly think that's probably, if you can learn a little bit about everything, I feel like that's just the best way and most the safest way to be a reseller, because you could go to garage sale, you could go to thrift stores, you go to church sales, and whatever they have, you can find stuff there that's worth money. And there are always new brands, new things, new hobbies, new all that stuff. That's what Bearded does. And Bearded sells so much stuff that I wouldn't know about or pick up. So yeah, I think that's a great thing. Know a little bit about a lot is a good quality. Here's a pair of Viore shorts. A pair of Viore shorts. Of course, Viore's really good brand. Most of you aren't new to it, but if you are, since there are always new viewers, that's the brand, Viore. These are a pair of Viore shorts. This has the little V on the back. These sold for $26. So $26 for these. And these will also go out in a padded flat rate. Padded flat rate via priority. And that is that. I'm going to take this stuff to the post office and call it a day, everybody. Again, normally I don't come in here. I will not be live tomorrow morning, Wednesday. So have a great day tomorrow. I'll probably be live later this week. Last day of school for my kids is Thursday. They'll be home Friday, so maybe I'll do a Friday live. But have any questions, as always, you can just ask them on these lives or message me on IG. That's the best way to get a hold of me on Instagram. And have a great day, everybody. Be safe.